So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he's brought down after a short game. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Saying, unleashes to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. the give. Defense all over him.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Underwood to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Taking a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just one. Timeout to work with. And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go give us 3, big fella. Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the 1st quarter, we remain tied.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Right side, it's Jackson. There he goes. At the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeye. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Underwood. Got his man on the right. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Going with the counter play here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. A run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Quarterback keeper. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Win. Go. Magic.
Throwing, Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's Sayin to throw. Turns it upfield. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Third and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. On the option. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounted for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Throwing, saying. Working the big fella to the corner. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Slams it ahead. Driven back.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
Stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They're trying to slam it in. He's only able to get it down to the 3-yard line, and the 4th and goal attempt goes awry.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Fighting off the defender. Pass to Sticks. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
Going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
From midfield, looking for room. Can they catch him? They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Akron, taking on the Buffalo Bulls. And it's the Zips, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Snags it, and he's open. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Saying. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Burrowing for yardage. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And on 2nd and short, no tight formation here. 3 receivers left. Say it. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Sets his feet. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Rushes on. And they got it.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to the big tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Sayin. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they get it down, short of the first down marker.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to establish the run. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback changing the play. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Underwood. Out wide right, it's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a catch. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs, running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He got it, and now they regain the lead. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Open on the left side is Smith. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And then offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Rolls right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here comes the Michigan offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Rides to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing, Underwood. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Right side, it's Jackson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down, 10 yards to go. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It's inside. It's Jackson.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a connection. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Making the adjustment. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking down the middle. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.